What's going on, guys? Phantasm Mask here with Doomguy771?
This is something like that.
711?
I mean, I came from hell, so I mean.
You had a YouTube channel once.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What shirt are you wearing today that nobody can see?
It's the Doom shirt.
It's the new Doom shirt.
It's the new Doom shirt.
You know,
yes.
I didn't wear my Doom shirt today because I've been wearing it too much my birthday weekend. And we're here to talk about the new Doom game. This is not a review. I would like to preface this by saying that this is not us being like final judgment on Doom. This is just what we think of the game so far, where we're at, and what they're doing with Doom, because we're huge Doom fans.
Yes. So don't attack us, right then and there. It's like, oh, you didn't give it a perfect score. Oh no.
I'm not even giving it a score in this recording. I'm not even. Yeah.
I know. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I just want to talk about Doom and what I think of it so far, because last night, time of recording, I streamed this game for over 4 hours.
And apparently, you didn't realize it was 4 freaking hours.
Oh no, I had no idea that I had streamed for over 4 hours. I thought I started streaming maybe about 11, but I started streaming at 9:30, and I ended maybe about 1:45 in the morning, something like that. That's how much time I lost playing this game. That's how into it I was. And also reading comments on the sidebar from Derek and Kyle and all of them.
You were playing the single player, right?
Yeah, I've been playing the single player mostly. I played one match of multiplayer, which I found that I completely dominated my first match. I went 23-4 with the chain gun. I think chain gun might be OP.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's what I've noticed when it comes to at least the single player, is that you get so into it just because it's so fast paced and stuff like that, and it's if you even stand for a second, you're pretty much screwed.
Yep.
Because I've been playing on Hurt Me Plenty, I haven't played on Ultra Violence just because I wanted to see how exactly the difficulty is set up and all that. And it's just if you just want a decent challenge and you haven't, played a Doom game before, just play on Hurt Me Plenty.
Yep, that's what I'm playing through right now, and I'm at a point in the game where it's Hurt Me Plenty is kind of enough. Last night, towards the end of my stream, there were areas, this isn't really much of a spoiler for a Doom game, but at one point you go to hell, and the first time that you go to hell, there is a point where I was dying consistently because I had to go up against, 2 Hell Knights and 2 Barons at the same time.
I was having flashbacks of that last level in the first episode of the first Doom.
And then there's 2 Cacodemons that are just pissing me off. And I'm like, this is it. This is what it's supposed to be. And I'm playing on, quote, normal difficulty. I can't even imagine what it must be like on Nightmare or
Ultra Nightmare. Because they were saying no one in the office of Reddit has been able to beat Ultra Nightmare.
Well, you know why nobody has been able to, right?
Because if you die, you pretty much have to start all over again.
Oh yeah, no, you do have to start the whole game over again.
Yeah, it's permadeath.
Yeah, and they leave a marker, supposedly, for when you get to the same point where you died.
Right.
There's a marker there that shows where you died. So that's kind of cool, but I don't think that's something that I would attempt. I mean, there's a trophy for beating the first level on Ultra Nightmare. I'll probably try that. That's probably all I'll be able to handle because I'm such a huge wuss. But about how many hours do you think you've put into the single player so far?
I probably put in a good 7 hours into this game. I've gotten pretty far into it. I have gotten to, the name of the episode shouldn't spoil anything. I'm in the Lazarus Labs now, and I just got the BFG.
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much at the same place then, because last night I got the BFG and I was using it, making my way through the Lazarus Labs.
And when I look at that BFG, and this is what this game kind of reminds me of, it seems like it takes elements from the Doom 64 game. Because if you look at the BFG in this one, and then what it looked like in the 64 version, they look almost identical.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I never played Doom 64, so...
You see, I played the heck out of it when we had the N64. That was pretty much the only game besides Duke Nukem I would play on them.
So, gameplay-wise, I really thought that the glory kill system would be something that would get old after a while, and that the game would rely too much on it, and it does rely a lot on the glory kill system. It's just that it doesn't bother me because every time I'm ripping off a demon's body part and then smacking its own head off with it.
Or its own horn.
Yeah,
for that matter.
is incredibly satisfying. The glory kill system is very useful for like lower end stuff like the possessed, because those things are just...
Oh,
break. All right.
Expect that to happen.
Yeah. Hi, Punisher. Hi, Thomas Jane. Get out of my car. Get out. No, but like, for lower end demons like the possessed and things like that, it's great to just... I need some health. Let me go rip these guys up real quick to get some health.
And that's what I like, is you actually get rewarded for doing the glory kill. Instead of it just being there just to be there, you actually get something out of it.
With the chainsaw, I understand why they did what they did. And I do like the fact that it is kind of a saving throw system where if you're desperate, you can just whip that out and it's like it's like one shot with a golden gun, basically.
Yes, but this, like, the bigger enemies require more fuel, which, you know, it doesn't make it totally OP. Yeah, it's a one-hit kill, but there is a cost to it.
Yeah, and then you also get a whole bunch of ammo for doing that.
Which there's been a couple of times in this game I've almost ran out of completely everything when it comes to ammo. So I'm down there with just a pistol, which that pistol is...
I haven't used the pistol since the first mission. And that thing is a piece of garbage.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I purely use it just to take out some of the possessed and all that. That's pretty much all I really use it for, just because I can save all that ammo, because I hoard the super shotgun. That's like the main shotgun I use now.
Yeah, so the super shotgun for me, my experience with that has been, okay, I picked up the super shotgun, I'm super excited, but until you get that reload upgrade, the super shotgun does not match the pace of your movement whatsoever, and I thought, wow, this thing is garbage until I could upgrade the reload speed. Then I upgraded the reload speed, and I'm like, okay, alright, we're in business. Because this thing is, man, it was just really bad when I first picked it up.
You see, for me, though, I really liked the fact that how slow it was, just because it added more tension. Because there you are, you have that burst, and then you have to take the time to reload it, and then you have everyone coming at you, and you have to wait. And to me, it's just, I like that tension.
I also like how the combat shotgun has like explosive shells and stuff like that. I've been using the hell out of explosive shells.
And that's the other thing when it comes to all the weapons. Like, most of them have like one or two mods on there, and just like how like versatile is. You pretty much change the whole
it's
weapon
great.
acts. Yeah. So it creates a lot of variety and stuff like that. And that's another thing. This game, the amount of customizable stuff that you can do in here, whether it be the runes, the Praetor suit upgrades and stuff like that, to me, that it definitely has some level of RPG elements to it, which I was surprised. I didn't think that they would be doing like that. That was just going to be a straight up FPS, just balls to the wall action. I didn't expect anything like this before.
Now, there is a system that they put into this game, the rune system. Do you have much experience with the runes? Do you have a few runes?
I've done a couple of them, yes.
Yeah, so have I. I've done enough to at least unlock a second slot. I think they're okay. I mean, the runes that I have right now really aren't that great. Like, I have one that's like a vacuum that will suck in more items as you go. I've got one that'll help drop more ammunition from enemies. And I think I have the in-air mobility one, which seems kind of dumb.
I'm just trying to find because there's supposed to be ones that also help speed up everything, like your movement speed.
And that's exactly what I want. Because I gotta go fast. I have to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
There are also some enemies in here that might have been in Doom 3 that I don't remember. Like, I don't remember, what is it? There's a demon that has like a laser that shoots a straight laser and like cuts across. It's like a razor demon or something like that, I think is what it's called. It glows up like a
Hellraiser. That's
Hellraiser. Yeah, it lights up like a Tron demon, basically.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like the fully possessed security or whatever, or he's actually coming from hell.
I don't know if he's new. If he was in Doom 3, he's probably new.
Most of these guys are brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing from Doom 3 besides the ones who are actually, iconic, like the Revenant and stuff like that, make their return. And to me, the creature design, to me, is the best design of any creature I've seen in a game in a while.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm still not sure if there are actual, like, named archviles in the game, but summoners, are those basically supposed to be archviles?
Yes, yes, they are, because you notice, it'll summon creatures, and it has that weird little wave that comes at you. To me, it fits that same moniker of the
the thing that threw me off is that it wasn't resurrecting imps. That's what got me. It was like, okay, it's not resurrecting anything. Maybe this isn't an archvile.
Well, you see, it has some higher level of lethality when you compare it to all the other ones, because the creatures it's able to summon, it can summon Baron of Hells.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, that and the Hell Knights, especially when those Hell Knights are as fast as they are.
Oh yeah, the Hell Knights are awesome to fight in this game. Like, I find fighting a Hell Knight to be more challenging than fighting a Baron. I know that sounds crazy, but it's because those Hell Knights like to get up in your face, and if they get you in a corner, you're done. The Barons kind of like to back off and use projectiles sometimes.
Which, like in the original game, those projectiles actually do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And that was actually the thing I was hoping for, because if they didn't give the projectile energy thing with the Baron, I would have been really disappointed.
Still waiting on a spider bot. Still waiting to see a spider bot.
Well, who knows? I mean, we haven't made it to the end of the game yet. I'm pretty sure because I've heard they're boss battles too, and I haven't seen a single boss battle yet.
Well, I mean, I think the first time you ever encounter a Baron is supposed to be a boss battle. Like,
no, but they say legit boss battles. Like, there's supposed to be like a life bar and everything up there.
Yeah, I haven't encountered anything like that yet at all, and I'm, 7 hours into the game, not a single, I guess you could say, boss battle. I mean, I find fighting 3 Barons at once to be a boss battle, but that's just me. And then taking a chainsaw to one of them immediately just because, like, I want to kind of even the odds a little bit.
Yeah, because going against 3 at the same time is no bueno.
No, and this is on Hurt Me Plenty, the normal recommended setting for playing this game.
I can only imagine hell on Ultra Nightmare. I can only imagine. Because I haven't really seen any gameplay of the Ultra Nightmare. I mean, I know you're like permadeath and all that, but did they actually add more in the way of, enemies on the screen?
I don't really think I don't know what they do. It might be one of those things where they just up the damage, give you more ammo, and the enemies move faster. Oh, and then when you die, you're dead permanently. I don't know. To me, that would make logical sense if they did that.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying my time with it so far. I think the sound design is also great.
Yes, and Mick Gordon, even though it's not Killer Instinct quality, but to me, even the music he does with this is still halfway decent.
Yeah, but for me at times it's kind of iffy. It goes from being like, this isn't really that good, to, oh, he just remade Kitchen Ace and Taken Names, and it's super freaking intense. Mm-hmm. I heard that for the first time towards maybe like an hour before I ended my stream last night, and it was just super tight wound chug. And I'm just like, okay, all right. I was wondering if this song was going to be in the game, because it's my favorite song from the original Doom.
Because there's this one, I think it's like the second time you actually go out to, like, on the Mars area. Mm-hmm. It's just that one riff that he does, da, 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 da. It's like that, kind of like that. To me, it's one of those songs that gets you pumped up, even though it's not very, complex and stuff like that. To me, it's just the simplicity sometimes can really... It has the right kind of energy it needs.
I also find that as you go further into the game, the soundtrack becomes more and more intense.
Oh, the Hell soundtrack, when you're actually in Hell, the whole choir thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Which has a very fake choir quality to it, which is just perfect for Doom, considering its pedigree.
Yeah.
There's also a plot in this game, which I don't care for whatsoever, because it's basically the plot of Dead Space. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, don't really care, just kind of want to rip stuff apart. It's nice that they put something in there, and I mean, reading some of the datapad entries about demons and stuff like that is cool, but I really do not care about this robot doctor and this crazy lady who looks like if Jack from Mass Effect got super old.
Yeah. Well, how about the fact... Well, I think it's just the most metal thing is that you're actually from Hell. That's just kind of the thing. Your Praetor suit is from Hell. You are from Hell. You're in a sarcophagus for God knows how long, which is another thing that kind of adds to me going back to Doom 64, because at the end of that, you actually stay in Hell. So that's why I'm like wondering if they're actually taking any, like...
No, like, for me, like, with that opening, I'm like, okay, so this is the actual Doom 3. Like, this is actually, like, a third game in the plot of the original Dooms, because I don't remember the ending of Doom 2, but I'm pretty sure that if that game ended with you being stuck in hell, and then all of a sudden you're resurrected in this game, maybe this is the real Doom 3. I don't know. But again, it's plot because whatever. Like, there has to be something to tie this together. Also, just robot doctor.
To me, it's enough. It's enough to just to satisfy. You know, if you really want the story, read the codex. That's really it. You know, and there's just a few little cut scenes. I put that in air quotes there.
Which there aren't very many, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, because if this game was so story heavy, I would not be into it at all.
I think they made the mistake with the other Doom 3. You know, just because they try to force a story on you and all that, and then it's just like everyone wasn't really into it, you know?
Yeah,
it bogged you down.
Yeah, and now it's just like, here, go shoot stuff. Within the first few moments of the game, here's a shotgun, here's a super suit, here's a pistol. Go kill things. Go do it. Go shoot everything. Rip and tear.
So here's my question for you then. What is your favorite mod when it comes to weapons?
My favorite mod?
Yes.
So, I have a favorite mod, and then I have a mod that I find to be the most useful.
Okay.
My favorite mod is the mobile turret for the chain gun, because that just turns me into a walking death machine.
That's the same thing with me.
And I'm like super close to getting the full upgrade on it, like the mastery thing, which just completely eliminates the overheating for the mobile turret. Which once I get that, I'll be damn near unstoppable unless I run out of ammo. Mm-hmm. But the one that I've been using the most, that I find to be the most useful, is on the combat shotgun, the explosive shot. Because if there are too many enemies who are getting too close, like if a Hell Knight is starting to charge, I just fire that explosive shot and he gets staggered immediately and gives me like a second to do something about him.
See, for me, it's the stun mod on the plasma, because what you can do is you can hit it on one guy, you know, so that way you can take out the people, you know, like, so focus, you know, shoot it on the strongest guy, take out the lesser demons, and then after that, make the finisher on
I like to use that on Barons a lot. Barons and Revenants, because Revenants just don't know how to sit still. Yeah, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's kind of what they're supposed to do.
I also use it a lot on the pinkies, because they're fucking fast.
Well, yeah, and so in the original Doom, pinkies were kind of like a lesser enemy.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually ridiculously tough in this, and they can really ruin your day.
Because you actually have to get behind them to do really anything, just because they have the armor plating in the front. And the same thing for the Mancubus.
Yeah, Mancubus, and especially the Cyber Mancubus, oh my god. Cyber Mancubus is the worst thing ever. I hate those things. But yeah, Mancubus is pretty tough. Like, all of the enemies, all the stuff that they did to the enemy design to make them more updated is really good. Like, even imps can be a challenge sometimes. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the beginning of the game, they are.
Yeah.
I found them to be incredibly annoying, and they're fast, and I just don't have the equipment to properly combat them all the time.
And just like the classic Doom, they're everywhere.
And now I just punch them in the face and rip their jaw off.
Or if you get the Berserk thing, you actually rip their whole head off.
Man, it's great when you have Berserk and you just walk up to a Hell Knight and punch it. And then, like, but you punch it and you just hit it in the side of the head and its whole head explodes.
Yeah.
Like, that's so satisfying. There's so much gore in this game, so much ripping and tearing of limbs, body parts. I guarantee you there's somebody out there who's just like, I can't play this because the sight of blood makes me queasy.
And the amount of...
Why would they be playing Doom? But
Yeah. The amount of... And this is what I've been waiting for a game to do for a long time, like any modern shooter. Even... This is what I wanted Resident Evil to do in today's world. The feeling of exploration. Yeah, it's a linear story and stuff like that, but it still gives you enough room and stuff to have to actually look around for all the secrets and stuff like that. And you actually have to do some backtracking to find keys and stuff like that to get to the next area. Mm. I wish modern game makers would do this more often.
Well, here's what I'll say about that. This game is a perfect example of what is wrong with modern FPSs, because they seem to think, like, you take a Call of Duty campaign and it's basically a corridor shooter. You are on one linear path, you never deviate from it. There is no choice, there is no exploration. All of the collectibles are always somewhere in that hallway, that general area, and then you move on. This is a game where It takes the 90s philosophy, applies it to a little bit of modern game design, and then bam, here is a baby that people like me will enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm enjoying the hell out of this. And they kind of did the same thing with Wolfenstein: The New Order too, except I would say that this game is much better than Wolfenstein. And I gave Wolfenstein: The New Order Game of the Year because that's how good it was.
To me, this is the only game worth getting this year.
Yeah, I mean, this has been what I was waiting for pretty much since the end of last year. Like, I played Fallout, and I was just like, I guess I'll play this until Doom comes out in May.
Yeah, I got that feeling I won't have my copy of Fallout for that much longer. Yeah, you have, Far Harbor coming out and it's supposed to be like the largest DLC ever that Bethesda's done, but just to me, it looks like a carbon copy of...
Did you find the Fallout Easter egg in Doom?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah. Oh, so, there's the Terminator 2 Easter egg with the Foundry and you dropping into the steel. There's another one.
Really?
There's another one that I did on stream last night. I fell into a vat of coolant, and the part where the T-1000 gets the liquid nitrogen on him, and he's like got his arm on the ground, and it busts off, and he like holds it up and looks at it. The Doom guy does that. So there are 2 Terminator 2 references so far in this game. Because he does like the whole looking at the busted arm thing and then just dies. And then there's the thumbs up in the Foundry when you're in the steel.
And when I first saw that, I'm just like, thank you guys.
Yeah.
And it's just,
And then the Vault Tech logos inside of Doom. I haven't seen any Wolfenstein references yet. I mean, but that would be pretty easy. You just throw a swastika in there somewhere. Or like a demon just randomly screams Mein Leben or something.
Have you been finding also the little Doom figures too?
I've only found one. I've only found one in the game. Like, that's how... I'm kind of bad at finding secrets. I've found a few. I've missed a few rune trials. That makes me really mad because I was really looking for rune trials.
And then also find the levers for the classic maps. I'm having such... That's like the biggest difficulty I'm having.
Whoa.
Yes.
What do you mean classic map? Like they did the Wolfenstein thing?
Oh, they're in all the episodes. They have, I call them episodes because that's the first thing I can think of. There are levers, in certain parts of the area. You actually pull it, it opens up a door, and you walk into that door. It is the exact copy of one of the rooms or a certain area of the classic Doom games, either Doom 1 or Doom 2. And after that, after you actually unlock it and you beat that mission, you can actually access that classic map fully with you being as the new Doom guy.
And it's just like the old graphic style, like what they did with the Wolfenstein nightmare sequences where, okay, alright, now I need to go back and look for those. God damn it. This game is hiding everything from me.
Yes. So... Granted, this is my favorite game I've played in a long while.
Oh, yeah. Like, FPS-wise, holy shit, this game is great. Like, what they did for Wolfenstein, they just did for Doom. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want them to make another one, like, really bad. I really want to see where they go from here. And if they don't release a new Doom game for, like, 6 years, I'm totally okay with that.
Yes, please don't rush the next one.
Yeah, don't rush it. Don't...
There's one thing we haven't touched on, Snap Map. I can actually say I've touched a little bit of it.
I haven't even booted it up yet. I'm just waiting on people to completely recreate the original Knee Deep in the Dead.
Which is starting to happen, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because... that once they announce something like Snap Map, I'm like, okay, so they're just going to recreate Doom 1 and Doom 2 in Snap Map. Maybe not some stuff in Doom 2 because it would be too big, but...
Yeah. The one thing I am finding disconcerting about it, though, it still has that part in the multiplayer where it's like you can only carry 2 guns at the same time. You actually have to drop one to be able to get something else. And to me, I still just don't agree with that.
A lot of people are ragging on the multiplayer, and I really don't know why. I'm enjoying it. A lot of people played the beta, and they're playing it now saying, like, yeah, that multiplayer is really not good. I'm like, I really disagree with that. I'm having a lot of fun with the multiplayer, and this is from the new studio from the guys who did the Halo 2 multiplayer.
Because the biggest thing is mostly the PC gamers giving it shit because it's not set up exactly how Quake 3 is. Because they say the balancing is bad enough, stuff like that, and they say this is set up to be for console gamers.
Well, take a look at the FPS market as it currently stands. Do you really want to play Black Ops 3 multiplayer, or would you rather play Doom's multiplayer, which is infinitely better?
Yeah, the Doom one.
I mean, like, take a look around at what you currently have available. If you really want something that's an arena-style shooter, here you go. Unless you're playing, like, I don't even know. Is Overwatch an arena shooter?
I'm not even
I don't
touching
know.
it.
Like, they released Battleborn, Overwatch. There's a game called Paragon. They all look the same. I can't tell the difference. I mean, I played Battleborn, so I kind of know what that's like. But I can't tell the difference between any of these MOBA arena-like shooter things. And then there's Doom.
You see, when it comes to those three games, to me, it followed the same premise when it came to movies. When it came to Olympus Has Fallen and London, and then White House Down, because they're like the same exact movie.
They're the same movie. It's like Leviathan and The Abyss from the 80s. Mm-hmm. It's just, or Batman v Superman and Captain America Civil War, considering that they're the same movie, but that's a topic for another time.
Oh, God.
But to kind of wrap things up a bit, because it's Mo Monday, we're going to go get some burritos and probably talk more about Doom at the table off mic. But to sum up, I'm enjoying my time with Doom.
I'm extremely enjoying my time. I'm going to be replaying this for a long time.
Yeah. This is a game where it's like, I'll probably finish the campaign, play multiplayer for a little while. I got No Man's Sky next month. But this is a game that I'm going to keep on the shelf and probably every once in a while be like, you know what? I feel like ripping some heads off. Let's play some Doom.
Let's see how much punishment I could take in Ultra Nightmare.
Yeah, and like I said, this isn't really a review, but for those of you out there who are hesitant to buy this game because you feel like that it might not be good, I would say that the $60 price tag in the campaign, that's enough. Because this campaign is long enough to justify a $60 price tag.
And there's enough variety in it.
Also, Snap Map, like, looks cool. I haven't tried it yet, but from what you're saying, like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just how versatile you can be, even though some modders are going to be like, this is too simplistic, which to me is simplistic enough for anybody who hasn't done modding before or has created their own maps can actually jump in and do it.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that they can expand upon, because if you know anything about Bethesda games, they're really good at applying workshops and stuff like that to games, which, since Fallout is supposedly going to have mods, like PC mods transferred to console here really soon, that's supposed to be dropping really soon, they could theoretically do something like that with Doom.
Yeah.
So that, to me, makes me excited. And I really just want to make Snap Map maps that are just kind of bananas and crazy, but also funny at the same time, because I like a little bit of humor in my first-person shooters, but like dark humor, not Battleborn humor, which isn't funny at all. I'm looking at you, Gearbox. You're not funny, and you'll never be funny. Anyway, Doom, buy this game. It's fucking amazing.
You will create a travesty if you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. A portal to hell will open, and a Baron will pull you in and rip your legs off if you do not buy this game.
Also your head.
Yeah, also Hail Satan.
Hail Satan, our Dark Lord and Master.
You think John Romero is the last boss of this game?
I got the feeling.
What if it's John Carmack?
Well, then I can finally kill him for creating Doom 3.
Okay, all right. With that, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been our Doom impressions. Thanks a lot, Brandon, for joining me for this little voice recording video thing. Now I got to think of an awesome thumbnail for this.
Any way to help.
I'm going to draw something up in Microsoft Paint. Take care, guys.